welcome back. So I decided I was doing these in the middle of my videos and then I thought, nah. So we are doing them separate and we are talking about a specific book for just one video, and today we're talking about this one. So this is part of a series, so if you haven't read the previous ones, I'm gonna tell you them and then just know that like it's a series for a reason. We got a lot of books here. So the first one was Murder at the Beacon Bakeshop, which is what the series is called. So that checks, you know, start with the first book. Then you gotta go to Murder at the Christmas Cookie Bake Off, Murder at the Blueberry Festival, Murder at the Pumpkin Pageant, and then here we are at Murder at the Blarney Bash. I love these books. They're so much fun. So they are kind of themed, obviously. The first one is just like introducing you to the world a little bit. It has to do with a ghost. And the next one, Christmas Cookie, obviously it's gonna be Christmas. And then you might have, like every single one of these books always has like a little bit of like, could it be real? For like a, you know, like, is it really a ghost haunting the place? Was it really Mrs. Claus? You know, like it always has this little lull of just like kind of supernatural-ish throughout. And I love that for these books. It's so much fun. So this book is whatever it was, like what, the 5th book or something like that. Anyways, these, amazing. So this one, they are based in Michigan, and yeah, I love them. So for this particular one, obviously, St. Patrick's Day. So we have got murder, leprechauns, and now we have 2 dogs, so that's pretty fun. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 star. Honestly, I really do love these books. They are just fun to go through, and like the writing for these, I know that like maybe I could just be like a pathetic reader, but most of the time I really can never figure out the plots. And I don't mind, I don't sit here and analyze and try and like figure out how to tear the plots apart and be like, well, I know this plot is coming and this twist is coming and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I read these for fun because I read a lot of nonfiction for my other channel. So like, this is my break reading. This is for fun, and that's what I come here for. I'm not trying to like analyze the sentence structure and the plot structure and the character development and all of this stuff. I don't care. I'm here for a fun story, and it delivers on exactly what I want from a story, which is to be entertained. And like, again, I'm not here to try and guesstimate how the plot is going to twist and all of this stuff. I'm just here for a story. I'm just here to read a fun book, and that's what these do, and I absolutely love them. And the author does a phenomenal job of describing life with a dog, because Welly, and now we have Bailey in this one, which is so cute because it's Irish and then you have Bailey. But anyways, the dogs, truly, every time I'm like, you have had a dog before. You obviously have had a dog before, because like there's just certain things as you read it, and it's like such a side tangent of the story, but like the dogs are so accurate. And it's just a little tiny detail that I absolutely love in these, because I'm also reading through Ellie Alexander's murder series, and like there isn't the dog, and like obviously it's 2 different areas. This is Michigan, the other one's in Oregon, but like I love Welly, and I love the descriptions of him, and it's just so fun, and it just is proof of like, you've owned a dog. Owning a dog myself, it's like, yeah, I know. And it's just a little detail that I absolutely look forward to in these books every time. So if you love a cozy mystery, this is for you. Because again, we're not here to be like, oh my god, is the character development it's amazing? Is there a plot twist you would never see? It is exactly kind of what you expect. There's usually about 3 different turns of like, could it be this? Could it be this? Could it be this? Ish. And you always have the subplot, which I've noticed is the thing in these books, where it's kind of a continuation story background thing going on with the characters throughout the books, but it's like slow burn random stuff just like kind of going on in the distance, and then the main plot of the book, obviously. And I love that for this genre. I've read 2 series so far in this so far, and it happens for both. There's like a main plot and a subplot. And as for learning how to write that, this is a great reference to start to learn how to do that, just to like observe the long-term plot going on in the background that doesn't usually get a whole lot of movement, just a little bit throughout each book, and then the major plot for each book. And I love that. It's fantastic. But also, I'm not digging deep. I don't actually care. Like, I'm just here for entertainment, and the book provides that. So on to the spoiler section. So if you don't want to be spoiled, bye-bye. I will see you next time. So I genuinely did not see this plot coming, and I don't know how the author can concoct these. Like, not just this author, though I am impressed, but just in general, like these cozy mystery authors, how the F do you figure this out? Because like, I am so overwhelmed at the idea of ever having to come up with like the level of intricacy these plots have. And again, maybe some people are gonna be like, wow, you're a terrible reader. They're actually terrible. And it's like, well, listen, it's at a library, so they did something right, because there's a lot of books I want to read that didn't make it to a library. So like, and they're published, they're good, I like them, they're fine. But yeah, I don't know how they come up with these plots, because it's insane. Like, how did you come up with the idea of a leprechaun who ends up just being a person with this random disease that it ends up so that they kind of can mimic being a leprechaun, who gets suckered in to this scheme with his sister, and then he ends up deciding to ditch her, and then like he's like this mega coder, and like the coding, oh my god, like it's genius, absolutely genius. And it's like, how did you come up with that? And I've had that thought for all of these. I'm like, how did you come up with this idea? Because like, again, a lot of these ones tend to come back to like money and stuff, and like just like I guess really all of them do, but it's just, it's like the root of them is always like petty humanness that like I love, and it always just I love these books. I don't know how the authors do this, and I'm sure there's others, and I'm going to read more, but I'm also committed to just getting through her books, which I think I might be caught up by now. I don't know if there's one more or not. She's publishing I think 1 to 2 a year. And so like when I started, I had gotten to the pumpkin pageant, and now I've read all of them, I think. And I don't know how frequently my library gets them in. Like it might publish and then a couple months later get it in. But yeah, these, amazing. I love them. And I can't wait to read more, because I never see the, how it's gonna come together, how you came up with this like amazing plot points. It's so cool, and I love it. And I can't wait to see what they come up with next, because it's fun and it's exciting to be like, how is this going to like turn around and get to the end? Because I never understand it. And I love knowing the premise is that the main character will not die and that the story will continue and the main players are gonna be there. It's kind of like a long Scooby-Doo episode, but like way more complex. But like, you know that at the end it's gonna wrap up perfectly with a little bow. And I love that. And especially when like, every time you get to the very end and you're like, oh, there are too many chapters, it is not going to end well, what's going to happen? And that anticipation, I love. I know some readers don't love that, where you know what's going to come to some degree. I love it. I love sitting there going like, and then like going back to the goats was just, I loved it. It was great. So anyways, I would love to know if you have read this book, what you thought of it. What are your favorite cozy mysteries in the comments down below. If you want to check out my books and my writing shenanigans, it is always linked down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to post twice a week over here. Theoretically like Mondays and Thursdays is my goal. And then, yeah, I'm going to be talking about my own writing, and it's gonna be awesome. So anyways, thank you for coming along, talking about murder at the Blarney Bash with our lovely little Welly. Look at him, he's so freaking cute. Whoever does the cover art for these, stunning. They're so adorable, love it. Anyways, thank you so much for coming along for another book talk, and until next time, I'll see you all soon.